so say Cassandra leaking a statement to us of, hey, heard something about them busting you out. Why? Because her son is one of us, she's one of us, she just has a job. She's criddling by being invisible and not adding any content to the conversation. She's just a fixture. She's the janitor, she's the pizza guy in the hospital, she's whatever. And she's invading and taking over without providing anything at all and receiving everything that she needs in that moment.
Opportunity.
And now, just
in a
the
good
definition. I didn't make the definition. I had no idea what it meant. It was said to me so many times that I just had to look it up, and finally I did. And then its slower is to steal, to take what is not yours.
More like an occupying force is on the higher order.
In Denver,
You can take information,
Denver
or
is
you
called
can take
ground scoring. It was called running somebody's camp. It was called all sorts of things, but never criddling. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah, criddling is it's something I didn't hear until I started working dope 20 years ago.
But yeah, once the term hits, it's like 6 Up. Where did 6 Up come from, guys?
Yeah, 4 headlights, 2 spotlights.
Where did you think
4 headlights, 2 spotlights. So for us, the story, our urban legend story, the meet at the statue at 4:20 because we get out at 4:17 in Cali, whatever. The story was, well, Jackson, it's District 6 and they're coming up the hill. Duh.
Yeah, no, it's for police cars. Used to have an upper and a lower spotlight, or an upper and a lower headlight in the Ford, in the
So
Chevy.
high beam, low beams. Yep.
And then
lamps.
2 spotlights, so 6 Up.
That must be fun to get in your eyes.
Seems more logical.
Yeah.
But in Denver, it seems totally reasonable. And I'd never heard it before, ever, as a reference.
Yeah.
And then I come here and it's the same thing. I'm like, there were a lot of Denverites here that stayed at Stoner Hill for a long time and got this word spread.
Or it's more.
Or it's got some other meaning.
It's a
wider that not a single one of these people know.
We tend to
No,
know
and I ask
stereotypes.
everybody, what's the basis of 6 Up? Do you have any idea where does it come from? Because if I'm interested, I inquire, because it's not something you can look up. You got to get the urban legend and the one that makes the most sense and is most responded. Then that's probably what happened. But that makes more sense.
Eric, are you willing to sign on to doing this?
Yeah, I told Chief I would do that.
This is awesome here.
This is really perfect. Where would you see
It's a beautiful day.
Where did you see the Guardian trailer?
There should be one over here. I asked them to move it here today. It's not here. I don't see it, obviously. So.
How are they powered?
So that's not part of it.
They're powered on like marine cell batteries, and then they have solar panels that will
They've
charge
got a
them as
whole
well.
bunch of batteries.
But Chris fell through on his one promise that made him
Yeah,
cool.
Bo was supposed to bring it over here.
Chris made the one promise at the, or the one statement at the budget meeting back in, I don't know, April, September, April, Chief Skinner, when he had literally he had been on the job maybe 3.5 weeks. So I'm guessing for April.
Wow.
Greenery.
That was the next question.
That's awesome.
That was the next question.
It's not okay to just have a gravel
Not at
lot.
all.
You gotta have something a little nicer. So.
That was the next. That was literally the next. So as you said, you were standing here and the fences arrived and the porta potty arrives. The next question out of my mouth was like potted plants that are higher that we can fill and will grow in, and like they literally, the words were coming out of my
Okay,
mouth.
so
And those things do not surprise me because the E-Web property doesn't surprise me. And I still absolutely believe that I can get Jim Atkins to 100% flip the script and say,
But it would see web property.
12 acres.
Where?
Oh, they got the lot where the riverfront is. The reason why I
No.
don't think that's going to work
That's
only
what Michael
because,
does.
is because
I'm going to build it for us, by us, everything. Do the exact same conceptual drawings. Do the exact same
You know why it won't?
things except for the
Because they're
housing.
developing it.
No, I
It's
want to
big
develop
money.
it.
Yeah.
No, I want to develop it. And I don't
No,
want,
it is. It's already being.
I know that, but it's still not approved, and it's just conceptual, and it's just what it is.
It's not just conceptual. This is what my partner
Well,
did.
but this is not conceptual. This is
This is
real.
here. This is
This can
real.
happen today.
This is
So
here.
what would we need to do to get people here that
I guess
are
I got to
most
Google
in need?
Maps the bus route to see what the bus route is.
Wanna
The
go
bus
down the
route
street and
is
take a look
straight
at the
in.
service
we have a
Straight in.
computer in the car. It's easy.
Because this is
I
Goes
can get
straight in on
I can
7.
get LTD to just give me a bus to use for this purpose to bring people straight over here. That's easy. And that's,
Yep. But we
that's-
also are going to
like,
need passes to get buy-in for
Right.
people to
Yes,
stay here.
Absolutely.
What do you think? Because we were talking about this last night, and the question was, well, so what if we started moving people on Sunday or Monday? And I said, why don't we start moving people tomorrow? Because they're going to have to strike camp from the free speech plaza to move back over to the butterfly lot. And if they like this idea, why wouldn't they just go to the place where they
Why
can
wouldn't they
be
just
We can do it
right
today.
now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's logical, right? That's
100% logical.
plus we'll help with transportation. We just need to know what does it look like. Would we have? Do you want people with trailers or a bus or some utility trailers? That's totally doable.
And
Probably get a
conceivably,
flatbed.
what the original idea was, if it was at the city hall property, was get a bulldozer to go through and lower a lane so that there's raised lanes,
Right.
and then you just have that attached to the Cahoots van, and Cahoots comes through with Ice Cream Man music of whatever song
Yeah.
somebody picks for the month.
Right,
They
so
get
we're-
to pick the song.
Yeah. So
And they put it to digital, and the Cahoots fan comes through with Van Halen or
The Van Halen Ice
whatever,
Cream Man, or like
any
yeah.
of it,
Yeah,
whatever
that's
in
what I
that
thought of when you
digital
said ice cream
sound that those bleep bleep bleep
Something
sounds,
hasn't passed by.
and like do it.
So here's what we know. What we know is that we're going to have a lane through here that a fire truck can pass through, and I guess there's
That's
a
what
gate.
I go
There's
for.
supposed to be a gate
legality.
over there.
So
That's
my
the gate.
That'll open
my
it.
center lane is got to be big enough for me for an ambulance to go through.
There
That's
it
why I
is,
left
right
the
there.
lane
So
what
it's
it was.
big enough. And so that's done.
And what are the active guys all about? Any idea?
So
The
those
what?
guys, so that's a trucking company, and they lease, I believe, that ground from the county. The county owns that piece too. They've been leasing that for a long time. They're a long time tenant. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create this in a way that doesn't impact their business, and we're hoping that they'll conduct business in a way that doesn't impact the site.
We need dumpsters.
And so that's, and then the same thing.
I would
goes-
take those and run them on that wall
Where?
Well,
because they'll fill in.
first truck, Eric.
Very fast.
There's
I'm
more.
sorry.
Baby steps
I'm being-
today.
I'm
Baby
being a
steps,
little harsh.
right? Come
Being a
on,
little
man.
We're
harsh.
gonna put Ivy over here.
You guys,
Like, dude.
you guys don't fuck around when you make an offer.
Right,
You're
yeah.
like me in the negotiating department.
Yeah.
No,
So when-
honestly, Eric, I have not seen this.
No, I
Ever.
haven't either.
When-
It's
Ever.
mind-blowing.
when
I
I
work
went-
for the government.
when I
I'm
went
like,
to
what?
my
I
lawyer-
can have this?
to ask my lawyer, attorney, 4 years, 3 years, 4 years. All right, we need to figure out how to write a partnership contract for my partner because he's turning 21 and he's doing too good. He's put too much time into the business. He's entitled to some shares. What do you mean he's entitled to some shares? I'll have him buy some shares and he's entitled to some shares. I eventually want him to own 40%. What can we do? And I figured out an 8% yearly, so on and so forth. And I wanted to give him the first 8% free and the second year's 4% free. And my lawyer's like, you can't do that. I was like,
I can do that.
why? He's like, because you're just giving it away. Now, this is a good, shrewd Jewish lawyer in South Jersey. And he was right, but I wrote the contract for me, not for my partner. What do I want if I were to want something? And obviously, you guys are writing the contract for, well, if I was Jackson, what would Jackson be thinking?
We gotta say our
WWJJ.
list of demands.
Yeah.
This is the fastest things have ever moved.
We've never
since I've
seen
lived
this.
here.
Those are
We've
12
got to figure out what we want.
We need more.
Yeah, there's going to be 11 on this side and 11 on that side.
Good. So, so I've got pallets. We need a tent for cooking.
Hand washing stations.
Definite hand washing station.
Yeah, so here's, come out here, let
I
me show
gotta
you
get
what I
to
was
Terrebonne and pick up my kid's rig.
Here was what was going on yesterday. So yesterday I came out to the site. I drove in from Portland. I was in training all day, and they were talking about everything sort of contained within these 4 walls. You see? And I said, well, wait a minute. You guys own all this. Why don't you put your fence out there? Because this asphalt, you know,
Cooking
I don't know
area,
what
cleaning area,
you're not
it'd be
trying
much
to.
easier.
You're not trying to save this, and this is not like. I said, why don't we own this? And put our porta potties out here and have this be sort of a work area so that
Absolutely.
so that trucks
Training.
can come in here to empty the porta potties, to empty the dumpster. I'm not sure.
Not have to disturb somebody sleeping.
The only thing
Yeah,
They
so
do their
there
thing.
won't be any camping out here, but this is like a staging work, you know, get shit done area.
I
And
was
that's
gonna have showers by Wednesday.
the house. So
I was gonna have a running shower by Wednesday.
Yeah.
There's showering
No,
across
no,
the street.
I mean, I was going to have a running shower sitting on your property at Butterfly
Oh, where
Rock
you're
by
at?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
How?
Hot water, running shower, propane.
So there
by
could
Wednesday.
be, there could
How?
be
I was gonna build
potentially.
a box, like just
Oh.
like this, for a shower, take a shower.
You can do that here.
It's possible. I don't know
There's
about.
black water runoff or not.
I don't know what the water
Depends on
situation is here.
Oh, we need water.
I know, but I haven't got the
Potable
briefing.
water.
I
Let's write
assume
that
that there's
down.
going to be water, but I don't know what it is.
No, we got potable water is a big one.
So yeah, we need to know that. And I know we have service to this building, so that's easy to create.
Oh, so I didn't finish. So Chris's coolest statement, you said service. Chris's coolest statement at the budget meeting very early on was, well, I'd like, if you guys have the ability, I have these deployable cameras things, and so on and so forth, and I think I'd like to put charging stations on them. And Council Pryor said charging stations on the corner, one of the budget committee people, and he says, yeah, why? It's like, I don't know, I think it would be neat. And I was sold. That was it. Chris Skinner was cool. Like, but I don't have power on it.
So we're gonna have
There
power.
aren't charging stations on our camera trailers yet.
You should be able to just run a AC cord out and keep the solar
There is
element.
keeping.
You got to kill it from that spot.
Huh?
You have to kill it from that spot.
Can we
Right
run?
now at Market, blocking will run costs. So one,
You know who wanted it right there?
This. I wanted it right there because I wanted it closer. I was like, closer. Can't you move it closer? But I actually asked Chris to put it next to the light pole on the sidewalk on the butterfly line.
Then you got a problem with Saturday market.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get
Yeah,
that.
I never need anything. Volunteers, any resources, anything, let me know.
But,
You gotta stick in the parking space.
So yesterday I'm looking, and then there's this lady at the bus stop, and a couple of kids start arguing, a couple girls start arguing. One girl takes down the other girl, like wrestling move, straight to the ground.
Yeah.
And